الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم says التاجر الصادق الأمين مع النبيين والصديقين والشهداء. The merchant or the businessman who is honest and trustworthy will be sent with the prophets and siddiqeen and the martyrs. Subhanallah. The trustworthy merchant or the trustworthy businessman. Subhanallah. This is how important amana is. And yet we pray and then are we honest? We do all these things and we wonder, are we honest or not? It's when it's the highest degree is when we are trustworthy and honest. This is what we have to do. I gave us an example of honesty. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam tells us in a hadith, a man sold his house to another man, and the new owner was digging in the house and he found the treasure. So when he found the treasure, he said, I didn't buy the treasure, I should return the treasure back to the original owner. So he returns the money back to the original owner, says, I found this treasure in the house, and when I bought the house, I know I didn't buy a treasure with it. So the man told him, it's not mine, and when I sold the house, I didn't know it had a treasure, it's yours. So they're arguing who owns the treasure, not who should take it. Each one is saying the other person takes it. So they go to the judge to rule that who should take the treasure. And when the judge listens to both of them, he asks, do you have any children? One has a daughter and one has a son. And he tells them the best thing is the daughter and son marries, and they take the treasure. Subhanallah. This is al-amana. At the time of Abu Bakr, when he was al-Khalifa, he had appointed Umar ibn al-Khattab to be the judge. A while later, Umar ibn al-Khattab came to resign the job. He said, Abu Bakr, I have to resign. He told him why. He said, no, nobody comes to me, nobody. People are so honest among themselves and they give more than they take, so they don't need a judge. SubhanAllah, this is the description of the believers. You only need a judge when you want to take something that's not yours, something that not belongs to you. But if you're always giving more and taking less, you don't need. So Umar ibn Khattab is resigning from a judge. And here it's very important to remember Hadith al-Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When he says, if two people are coming to him for a dispute, he says, I listen to each one of you, and I'm human, and I might have decided to someone over the other because of the evidence I'm told. But if this person is lying, he can look forward to his place in hell. Subhanallah. So even though Rasul had ruled for him, but he lied, and he presented false evidence to get what he wants. And this is al-amana. So even though Rasul had ruled for him, Rasul is telling him that look forward to your place in hell, because trust, we have to trust, and it doesn't matter because we think we have evidence or not, we have to realize. And the example, we're all trusted with things. An example I always give, when I get somebody I don't know telling me, please give me a reference letter that I worked for you for 2 years or 3 years. I tell him, did you work for me? No. Did you do this? No. So how could I give you the letter? He said, what does it cost you? It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper. That's how we look at references and things. We don't take the responsibility that a Muslim coming to another Muslim telling him, giving me a piece of paper, rather than we are all accountable for what we put, and we should not lie. And if this person is an engineer and he builds an apartment block that falls down, who's at mistake? Is it that person who gave him that piece of paper, said he's a great engineer when he has never worked as an engineer before? We don't take accountability for the things we do. We think it's a piece of paper, but somebody hired him based on this piece of paper. So we should not ask for it, and those who ask wrongly should not give it either. SubhanAllah, we have to realize this is al-amana, that we are entrusted with things and we have to apply it. Another example which materialized all this is, scholar tells us, if somebody borrows from somebody $100, and then this person goes to the first person and borrows $30. So now each one has lent, the other one has lent him 100, and one has lent the other one 30. Could he come back and when he pays him, he says, you gave me 100 but you took 30, so here is the 70 and owe you? They say, no, this is wrong and haram. because the two transactions was not related. He didn't, when he paid him the 30, he didn't say this is from the 100. It was two independent transactions, so he has to pay back the 100 because he borrowed 100. But most of us, or all of us will do, but I gave you 30 in another transaction, I want my 30 back. And the scholar says, no, al-amana, you borrowed 100, you return 100. If he doesn't return the 30, that's his problem, because he's not ameen. But your amana, because you do not link the two transactions together, when you give him the 30, you tell him that this is part of the 100, they are two different transactions, and we have. For us, logic says we only give him the 70 because I gave him 30 before. But in Islam, you give him the whole 100. You borrowed 100, and you told him I'll return 100, you return 100. Whether he returns to you the 30 or not, this is something else totally different. This is al-amana. It's hard for us to comprehend, but this is al-amana where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّا عَرَضْنَا الْأَمَانَةَ عَلَى السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَالْجِبَالِ فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلْنَهَا وَأَشْفَقْنَ مِنْهَا. It is hard. It's not easy. The mountains themselves, أَشْفَقْنَ مِنْهَا, pitied it and said, no thank you. Subhanallah. The mountains didn't carry it, and the insan carry it. And the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as we said before, gave us the best example of this. He says, when he went to heaven in al-Mi'raj, he seen a man carrying so much on his back that he could not walk anymore. And yet he's telling somebody else, please help me carry this. He has some more stuff and he's asking somebody to help him carry it. You look at this picture to really paint a picture of what most of us are doing. So much responsibility, we couldn't carry it, and yet we're asking for more. And we volunteer for more when we haven't been able to carry what we have already. Subhanallah. And the best example of this is when the Sahaba learned the Quran, they didn't do like we do. We sit and read the Quran so many times. They will learn 10 ayahs at a time, try to understand it and apply it in their life, and then learn more. But for us, we can learn it all so many times because we don't apply and we don't, it doesn't mean anything to us.